I stand on the banks of the Nile. The sun is low in the sky. A soft, cool mist moves like a ghost over the water. The river is wide and calm, a ribbon of life cutting through the desert. Small boats with tall, single sails glide past. Men shout greetings from boats. Women shout greetings to shore. Their voices carry across the quiet water. The air smells of reed smoke from morning fires and of the rich, wet earth of the riverbanks. This scent has not changed in thousands of years. It is the perfume of a civilization born from mud and water. A powerful, ancient aroma fills my lungs. It awakens my senses to this impossible reality. This is ancient Egypt. The year is approximately 1300 BC. The great Ramesses II, a living god, rules this land. The cities are busy places. People build, people trade, people pray to their many gods. I feel incredibly small standing here, a whisper from a future they could never imagine. But excitement rushes through me. I am a witness to history, a traveler who stepped through the veil of time itself. The challenges are immense, the dangers real. But the wonder of this moment eclipses all fear. Soon, the great stone shapes rise from the desert floor, dominating the landscape. The pyramids of Giza stand against the western horizon, immense and silent. They are truly massive, far larger than any picture could ever convey. Their sloping sides seem to meet the sky itself, giant steps for a dead king to climb to the heavens. The morning sun shines on ancient limestone, glowing soft gold. A fine sand, carried by the constant desert wind, blows across the ground in shifting patterns. Nearby, the Sphinx sits as a silent guardian, the powerful body of a lion and the serene face of a man. The relentless wind has worn away its features over centuries, yet its regal presence remains undiminished. Standing at the foot of the Great Pyramid feels strange and overwhelming. The only sounds are the whisper of the wind and my own small breathing. I reach out and touch the stone. It is heavy and cool, solid and real. I think of the thousands who built these monumental tombs. They were not slaves, but skilled laborers, farmers, called to a grand project. With simple ropes, wooden sledges, and incredible ingenuity, they pulled and pushed the great blocks to their place. They gave their kings an eternal home in death. I walk away from the silent pyramids, and the vast, empty desert yields to the vibrant life of a nearby city. The royal court is a world unto itself, a spectacle of immense power and wealth, designed to impress and intimidate. Inside, courtiers in fine white linen move through shaded colonnades. The soft notes of flutes and harps drift from open doorways. In the courtyard, dancers with painted eyes move with fluid grace. Servants hurry past with jars of wine and platters of food. The king, Ramesses, dazzles, heavy with gold and jewels, a wide collar of lapis and carnelian, and the tall double crown of Upper and Lower Egypt. Heavily armed soldiers stand near him, their spears and shields polished bright. Sleek chariots and plumed horses await command. A grand procession moves through the streets. Priests bear gilded statues. The people bow and chant as incense thickens the air. The pharaoh sits on a gilded throne, elevated above all. His calm gaze misses nothing. A simple gesture commands absolute obedience. He gives gold rings and fine linen. Traders from Nubia and the Levant present rare woods, copper ingots, exotic animals, and fragrant spices. A procession is more than a parade. It is a religious and political statement. Sacred barks pass, and the city stands still. Rhythmic chanting rises. The shaking of sistrums rings out. Dust hangs in the sun. Bodies press in the crowd. The display reinforces the divine bond of pharaoh, gods, and people. Survival here requires careful observation and deep respect. From the vibrant cities of the living, a dusty road leads west across the Nile into the desolate, sun-baked hills. Here lies the Valley of the Kings, the royal necropolis of the New Kingdom, where entrances are hidden in the limestone cliffs. No towering pyramids rise here to beckon thieves. Secrecy protects treasure and sanctity. Long, sloping corridors descend into the earth, and the desert heat gives way to cool, dry darkness. The only light is the flicker of oil lamps, casting dancing shadows. The air smells of ancient dust, dried paint, and faint sweet resins. The walls are covered with vibrant paintings, guides for the king's soul through the perils of the underworld. Gods with animal heads, sacred boats on celestial rivers, and fields of stars afloat in brilliant color. The Book of the Dead, spells and images to guard and guide him to the field of reeds. He must join Ra on the nightly voyage, battling the serpent Apep so the sun can rise again. The walls tell his earthly story, great battles, successful hunts, and intimate meetings with the gods. At corridor's end, a massive stone sarcophagus holds nested coffins. Around it, furniture, clothing, food, wine, weapons, even games. Priests sealed the tomb with spells, laying curses on trespassers, so the king's afterlife would ensure prosperity for the living. We return north to the ancient capital of Memphis. Unlike the solemn quiet of the tombs, this city is a chaotic, vibrant hub of commerce and daily life. The streets are narrow, dusty, crowded. Wooden carts groan through the throngs. Merchants shout prices. Voices compete in a constant, energetic din. Baskets brim with onions, garlic, beans, and glistening Nile fish. Bright cloth and sturdy pottery line the lanes. A potter shapes clay with steady hands. Nearby, a scribe sells papyrus scrolls and pots of black and red ink. Children laugh, chasing hoops or playing with simple wooden toys. The air is thick with smells. Fresh bread, sharp dried fish, sweet dates and figs, the earthy scent of livestock and dust. Walk with purpose. Keep your copper dabans close. Nimble fingers work these crowds. Learn a few words. Iti, dua. A warm smile travels farther than any road. Trade is loud and theatrical. Offer a fair price and bargain with good humor to earn respect. Food is simple, fresh, wholesome. Thick bread and everyday beer, grilled fish, sweet dates, and juicy figs. Meat is a luxury for festivals and the wealthy. Salt from oases and far-flung spices preserve and flavor the diet that powers Egypt. Near Thebes rises Karnak, not one temple, but a sprawling city of gods, built and expanded over centuries. To pass its gates is to enter a sacred world. An avenue of ram-headed sphinxes leads to a massive pylon. Inside, a forest of colossal columns rises, every surface etched with gods and kings. The scale is breathtaking. Priests move with deliberate grace, clothed in pure linen, heads shaved for ritual purity. Floors are swept with reed brooms. Low chants echo. The sweet, heavy kaifi thickens the air as oil lamps flicker. At noon, sunlight cuts through high windows, carving bright paths across the stone. In processions, priests bear sacred barks. They wash the statues, dress them in linen, and offer food and drink, bells ringing, drums beating. The priests are scholars and astronomers, doctors and advisors. They read the will of the gods in the stars and the Nile's flood. Show utmost respect, leave small offerings, never touch sacred objects, never enter the inner sanctum, and speak in whispers. The gods are listening. Nod to the guards at the gate. This is the house of the gods, and you are only a guest. Living here, even briefly, is vastly different from the life I know. The key to survival is adaptation. Wear light cotton and essential linen, short kilts for men, straight robes for women, sandals for the heat and stones. Seek shade. A wide hat or simple headcloth keeps the sun at bay. Keep water close. Carry a clay flask and sip little and often. Language is a barrier, but not insurmountable. Learn iti and dua. Nod for yes. Hands speak volumes. Small beads or a polished stone win smiles. Safety is respect. Do not enter inner shrines uninvited. During festivals, move with the crowd. If a guard speaks, stop and listen. Keep valuables out of sight. At night, stay in a guarded inn. The Nile gives life, but beware currents and crocodiles. As the day ends, the Nile glows with gold and crimson. Lamps on small boats shine like little stars. Families eat and share stories. A harp or flute drifts on the cool air. The day closes with quiet hope and communal peace. I sit by the water as the first stars spill onto the river. The past is not dead, it breathes. A wind moves the sail of my boat. The journey continues. Next time the sands will shift. Glass towers will replace stone temples. Dubai awaits.